Hi, everyone. It's Deanne Castro, Creative Memories Advisor in Bakersfield, California. And I'm going to show you how to make a really fun border. Tonight, we're going to use the Painted Garden paper pack. It's going to look like this. Isn't that pretty? I love this. Now, the original one that I did looked like this. This was using a prior tonal blue paper pack with the sticker matched going down the middle. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start by cutting the bottom border. I have a dark green cardstock, and then I'm using the various patterned paper out of the paper pack from the Painted Garden. The paper pack looks like this. Sorry, there's a glare on there. But isn't that gorgeous? I just love this paper. I want to use it for every border I create for a long time, but that's probably not going to work. So along with the tip paper pack, there is a package of Painted Garden embellishments. Has some really pretty floral and hummingbirds and strawberries, stuff like that. And then there's also the stickers that have more flowers and birds and sayings and 12-inch borders. And you can't see them very well because I've actually used some of them. But what I wanted to show you is I have this that was actually a print and cut. So what I did, because I only had 2 stickers on the sticker strip of this, I went ahead and purchased the digital collection from the Creative Memories website, downloaded to my computer, uploaded it to the Cricut Design Space, and did a print and cut with this. Well, it was a sticker on this sticker sheet here, but now it's an embellishment that I cut out on my Cricut. So now I can make a lot more of these. So I just thought that was fun. Wanted to show you that. All right, let's get started. So the base of this border is 2.5 inches wide. So I'm going to take the cardstock and cut this on my trimmer at 2.5 inches. And I'm using the straight blade on this. And I didn't get it cut all the way through, so I'm going to do that again. For some reason, it doesn't want to cut in the middle there. Okay. So I'm going to move that piece out of the way. Now I'm going to change my blade. It's really easy to do. I'm going to take the straight blade out, and I'm going to put the Victorian blade in there. Snap that down. And I'm going to use this piece of paper for the next piece. Now, I already have one side trimmed with a Victorian border, so I could just go ahead and use the other side of this. But I want to show you how I did this. I put my paper in my trimmer, and I just lined it up with a second line here. The blade is going to cut on the left of this double dotted line here. And the other side is the side I've already used, so that once it gets kind of deep and stuff, it's not going to cut very well. So you can take this out and turn it over. So you can actually use it 4 different times before you have to buy a new one. But I'm only going to cut 1/8 of an inch off So if I move this over to the second dotted line on the right, that's going to be an 1/8 of an inch cut. So I'm going to line it up on there. And I'm going to cut it. So it only cuts a small piece off, but then I have the Victorian blade cut right there. This is what I wanted. So now I'm going to cut this at 2 1/4 inches. And I'm going to set that off to the side over here. Now I know why that didn't cut very well. I had 2 sheets of cardstock. No wonder it didn't want to cut it that well. Okay, I'm going to put that extra piece aside. All right, done with that piece of paper. And now I'm going to cut 2 different papers with the Dollop Arch Frame. This is a Creative Memories. It's actually the frame punch, so you can cut out frames to put behind your photos and stuff like that. But I'm just going to make a full 12-inch cut with it. So I open it up, and I'm going to put the paper in this black line right here. As you can see, there's also one on this side. This is used depending on if you're going to slide the paper through to the left or slide the paper through to the right. I'm going to slide it through to the left. So I'm going to start with this line right here. I'm going to put my paper in right there and line it up right at that black line. Okay. So I'm going to put it in there and line it up and punch. Now I'm going to slide it to the left, and I'm going to match this pattern to this pattern, this blue one here. Then I'm going to cover up that whole blue pattern, push the paper up to the back against this again, and that way I will know that I've got it all lined up to make the next punch. Okay, I'm going to move over to the left and do the same thing again, and just cut it all the way across. To make my full 12-inch piece. Okay. Now I'm going to cut this about 1.5 inches. I'm going to put the top of this punch right up against the 1.5 inch line. And cut that down. Now I don't really need the Victorian blade in here, so I'm going to switch it out with the straight blade back in for the next few cuts. Okay, now I'm going to use a different paper that coordinates with that, and I'm going to punch this one the same way I did with the other one. Let me get this out of the way here. Okay, so again, I'm going to line it up with that left line on the punch, slide it over, match it up with the blue pattern on there, making sure that the paper is pushed all the way to the back. Make sure you get a straight cut on there. This up a little better. Okay. Punch it one more time. And the last punch. Again, making sure that the paper is pushed in so that the paper is against the back over there. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead with the punch away. And I'm going to cut this at 1.5 inches also. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of these and I'm just going to trim in between each one of these little dollops, just down to about where these bottom holes are. I'm not going to do that all the way across. And I'm going to do that with the other one as well. Now I'm going to put these together. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive down one side of one of these punched pieces. And I'm going to put this one right on top, right about here. Okay, now I'm going to fold every other one of these over. Okay, so I'm going to start on this one and I'm going to fold it down. And then I'm going to take the other side and fold it over. And I'm going to come as close as I can to making this hole match up as much as possible. Okay, and I'm going to do that then again on this one. I'm going to skip this one, go to this one, and do the same thing. Fold it over. Fold this one over. And alternate it that way all the way down. And the bottom one is the last piece. Okay, now those are folded over, but before I adhere them down, I want to put that one embellishment piece that I cut on my Cricut down the middle here. Okay, so I'm going to put some adhesive on it. And I'm going to set it down here in the middle, in the center. Adhere it down. Okay, now I'm going to take some repositionable adhesive and I'm going to put it on this piece and this piece. Hold it down. Isn't this pretty? I love this paper. Great. So we've got the main part of the border done. We're going to adhere these pieces together back to the regular adhesive. I try not to use too much of the repositionable because you can easily use way too much. So I'll use the regular adhesive for most things and the repositionable for the tiny um, embellishment sections that the bigger tape will show through on. Okay. And put the adhesive on the back of this one. A little bit of repositionable on this side to hold the little edges down here. Center it down this border. Okay. Now the last part would be to add some embellishments if you'd like. I mean, this is really pretty just the way it is. See, isn't that pretty? You could leave it just like that if you wanted to. But I'm going to show you what it looks like adding a few embellishments. So we can add these little butterflies on top of this, caterpillar on the bottom. Isn't it cute? Adding that in there like that. Or you could do something a little different. So we've got some hummingbirds and a bird feeder. We can turn it this way. And we can add the bird feeder and a couple of hummingbirds. There you go. Isn't that pretty? I love this border. So there's that one. And again, here's the original one that I did. So you can see that it goes really well with lots of other different colors of papers and stuff like that. All right. So thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. And um, if you liked these papers, you liked the embellishments and the collection, feel free to get a hold of your Creative Memories advisor because I'm sure that she would love to help you, even give you some more ideas than what I gave you. And you can get the paper and the collection from her. If by chance you don't have a Creative Memories advisor, feel free to check out my website, which is www.creativememories.com/user/DN Castro. It's right there on the screen. Okay. And again, tonight we used the Painted Garden collection with the Dollop Arch Frame Punch. And you found me on Let's Scrapbook with DN. So if you like this video, let me know. Send me a message if you've got suggestions. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my channel. That'd be great. I would surely appreciate it. So until next time, talk to you later. Bye.